I just want to do a last check. Everybody hear me back there? I'm busy drinking water.
Breast cancer awareness.
Let's get the awards everyone. On behalf of the Oregon Double Shot Series, I'd like to welcome all the drivers, teams, families, and friends who have gathered with us this evening to celebrate the 2012 season. I am Tony Parker, for those who don't know me, and I'll be your host speaker for the night. Tonight we will start with what the Oregon Double Shot Series, Tonight we will start with what is the Oregon Double Shot Series. From there we will move on to awards. Number of prizes, we'll do our 50-50 drawing and conclusion of the awards. And then any business about the year to come after that. We'll do our quick little questions and answers if anybody has anything. We'd like to take a quick moment to acknowledge and thank Castle Paloma and their staff once again for allowing us to use the restaurant for an award banquet. They did a pretty good job and appreciate the thanks for that. Thank your staff, they're here all day. A core group of people gathered some 16 years ago to do some local, affordable sprint car racing. Some might recognize the Intermountain Series from that time. Tracks such as Sunset Speedway of Banks or again the Badger Speedway ran on a limited basis with the goal in mind of keeping sprint car racing affordable and fun. That group had grown over time and would add the Northern Outlaw Midget Association to the program. With the help of hard-working guys like Michael Cannon and Wayne Van Raden, midgets and winning the sprints will make a great show for fans and a great experience for us racers. As some things change, the heart and focus of the group remain the same. We remain focused on being fun, affordable, and with a limited schedule so we can balance racing, family, and finances. It didn't take long before we routinely saw 16 to 20 sprint cars and a dozen midgets at any given event. It had become time for the Northern Outlaw Midget Association and the newly founded United Sprint Car Association to unite and for the Oregon Double Shot Series to be born. Over the first few years, more than 30 cars would make up the ODSS of the sprints and midgets. Sunset Speedway would be our home ground where we would try to master the slippery bullring of the track. We would head south to Medford Speedway. We would make limited visits to the high desert track at Mather Speedway. We'll get an annual dose of the high and fast bank Cottage Grove Speedway. Not long after, more travel was in sight, and as we would also try the fresh play of Cruise Bay Speedway, and even open up the doors to sprint cars once again and midgets at River City Speedway in St. Helens. Things are not too shabby for us. Plenty of racing, plenty of cars, plenty of tracks. But like everything, things always seem to change. Some years back, a group of new members with new views and new goals from both the local midgets and sprints decided to act in the truest American fashion and build something bigger and stronger. For the ODSS, it was simple to move forward and maintain the attitude we had always had about keeping racing fun and affordable. Combined with the declining economy and rising fuel prices, and many tracks switching owners and everybody getting mixed signals, it was a very concerning time for those of us who managed the ODSS. The stress of the time took a huge toll on NOMA, Northern Outlaw Midget Association, and they have ever since been gone. This was the time for the ODSS to step back, keep things simple, keep ODSS affordable, fun, and with minimal stress, and hope to keep it alive. Over these past years, our members at the club races are not breaking any sort of records. With the smiles on families, on familiar faces, families, the smile on friends I have seen, greatly, I'm sorry. But the smiles on familiar faces I see and the friends I've made really make up for it to me. We still have happy fans, and that is what counts, and that is our future. This season, we were very happy to get as many races as we did with such a wet start to the season. And as usual, a little praise to the rain gods always works at Mather Speedway. I have no idea what the vortex is above Mather, but if you race there, you understand. Tonight marks the end and the completion of the United Sprint Car Association and the Oregon Double Shot Series' first decade of competition. 10 years is something to be proud of with such a group. I would like to recognize some of the men and women who have headed up this group over these years and with us tonight. First, I would like to give thanks for his many years of commitment to the series. We consider him to be a founder of the ODSS. Wayne Van Ryn. Nothing. Just be your sexy self. Last year we gave Wayne a small award that means a lot to us and speaks about more than just the ODSS. It was a lifetime commitment to racing award. We gave him that award because in many decades he has raced in some kind of car or another. From quarter midgets, from how many decades? 7 decades?
My wife says 5.
5 what?
Decades.
5 decades? 5 really, 50 years.
Starting in the year 55.
You have, what, 55? I said 56 to 10, and I thought I was maybe being a little bad and calling older than you are. Damn. Yeah. So, in all those years, he not only raced with his father, raced all sorts of cars all over the place. He's also stepped up many, many times for many, many organizations and tried to spearhead their efforts, combine their efforts, focus their efforts, and support them mutually, and not just in spirit, within body, heart, and soul, and both. Just to prove he does deserve it, a guy who took up a new hobby of running half marathons just this past year, although it's not a race car, it's still a race, and that it still matters to us. Big round of applause for Wayne Van Ryn, please. We'd also like to give a big thanks to Carrie Jo Smith. There's no way we can do it without her. Carrie Jo handles all of our scoring, deals with all the points, deals with me bugging her at the last minute about, hey, what if we do this? She says, you're nuts, no way, call me tomorrow. But she's there all the time for us. Whenever we need her, Carrie Jo is always there. Thank you, Carrie Jo. I would also like for us to acknowledge the board members and representatives who took these roles on long ago, and who all are founding members of the Oregon Double Shot Series. Tommy Marino, Darren Roth, and myself on the board. There's a lot of time and effort put into us batting our heads around trying to figure out what works for everybody without getting everybody else involved. Not because we don't want you involved, but because we know that most of us just like to be able to show up at the race car, be treated well, and go racing. So these guys have put in a lot of time and effort, and we all appreciate that. Among us tonight, we also have some past ODSS champions. We also have some past ODSS champions with us. Two-time back-to-back champ in the women's sprints, Pat Canfield's here. Pat. We also have our first double shot, double champ from 2011, winning both ring and non-ring divisions, Tim Allen. Every time he likes double, he uses in front of his name. Double shot, no. Yeah, okay, too.
No, we can't hear you.
I'm sorry. Well, I don't know if I can turn this up. I'll try to stick my mouth on the mic. It's not. Who's named Mike here? Knock it off. It's not hard to consider another, and it is. Who wrote this? Oh. And it's hard not to consider another group that has been a large part of the past 10 years. Matter Speedway is here with us tonight. The Arnold and Packard families are here. At the recent Western Auto Racers Promoters Association meeting, I was able to join in on its first Touring Series Promoters Workshop in its 46 years of existence. ORPA covers many asphalt and dirt oval racing and road racing associations, tracks, and members. Last year I spoke at some of the conversations I had at that event, and many thought that the future was doom and gloom, and we felt that it was doom and gloom. Man.
Sixth grade right now.
He's 6th grade right now. We thought that our future was doom and gloom, but we also understood that there were new opportunities and aspects that might affect how we do things. The fact that we can still find a way to do them is a good thing. This year the conversation once came up again. All series from, I gotta stop here for a second. This was a really cool workshop because it covered late model asphalt racing for the national NASCAR back touring series to dwarf cars, asphalt and dirt. It covered a lot of different series. There was some strictly promoters aspect. There was a lot of good stuff that came out of it. The lessons we all learned was rather it be a big touring late model series, dwarf car series. Car counts were down overall, and they were down when they traveled too far too often. 10 race seasons, 150-mile races was a typical response for those who wanted to consider a constant car count and a season-long commitment. So that was a pretty cool thing to learn. I mean, we've done that a long time, but it was good to hear. From that, I felt some comfort that we have been on spot for many years. With all that said, we have no illusion that we need to constantly be dealing with an evolving landscape that makes up our racing world, and work on accommodating the needs of our racers, as well as those of tracks and fans who support us in all forms of racing. Move forward takes all of our help. We all need to help promote our racing wherever we can, whenever we can, and do what we can to support tracks, racers, and help us to have options for our future. We should all give ourselves a hand for making these past 10 years possible. So now we get on the awards. Thanks for listening to me battle. There you go. First award goes to our 2012 Oregon Double Shot season sponsor. From the posters to the product, from win stickers at the track, to help when needed, especially from Tommy needed help. This guy helped out. His help with our series this year is greatly appreciated. Ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to give thanks to Gary Lynch from Lynch Performance Products. Gary? Quick word, Gary's also handed out a bunch of coupons for us and flyers. We have some product here, and if anybody's interested in trying some of the stuff out, you can talk to him, get one of us, let's grab some product and try to help this man sell some stuff.
I didn't expect this, I just wanted to help out. We had a good year, hopefully next year we will. Thank you.
This next award, we'd like to recognize a special group of people who have been there, have to be the hardest working family in racing, and they've always let us know we are welcome. We like them all. They're bigger. We like them all during the race day. There seems to be that we like them even more when the last race is finished. Please give a hand to the entire Arnold Packard family. Scott, Debbie, Ryan. Jennifer, and Samantha, tonight. This is the second year you're given the award of Outstanding Track Host.
You're a great group, and I'm so glad you guys come out and support us every year. Thank you.
A quick note on the Make-A-Wish race for some of pretty much everybody here knows the story. The Arnold family donates the proceeds from this one race, this one event every season to the Make-A-Wish Foundation. The Make-A-Wish Foundation, it takes about $5,000 to wish one kid, or grant one kid a wish. So they made the contribution for many years. Now, how many years have you guys done this? 9 years? 9 years. So this next 2015 will be 10 years. So they've always worked hard, they've taken the money and done that. That's pretty outstanding. This last year there was a rain out the weekend prior to us coming in. So it kind of hurt their pockets on that. They still put on a good race, everybody saw some fun. So I gotta put a big thanks out there for this group of people. We came in and we made the best of a great situation. Rounded up some glow sticks. Some of the Marino clan helped me hand out glow sticks and sell those so we could raise some money. And the coolest thing is that our drivers took a chunk of the purse and donated that to the track to help them reach their goal. That's pretty cool. We all deserve an hand for that. Me and Debbie have talked about this for a couple of years, and we're trying to figure out a way of getting some sprint cars there for this Make-A-Wish race. Any businesses or anybody that would like help to subsidize a purse for that, this is a great opportunity to help support that charity. We all believe that if we get some more cars there, we get some more fans there, there's more money. And how cool would it be to within a couple of years, maybe we can grant 2 kids a wish? That would be pretty cool. But right now, we're working on that, and we'll get back to everybody. We'll get back to work. This next award is for our 2012 Rookie of the Year. We're never too sure how this award recipient will be as an actual sprint car driver. About as green as a guy could be beat racing, let alone to sprint cars, this driver showed us that he was not intimidated by the car, and also showed he was also very aware of what was going on around him on the track. We very much enjoying his rapidly developing skill. And this Rookie of the Year from Weaver Racing Ranch, Andrew Wright.
Because they helped me out a great deal and learned so much, and I appreciate you guys.
You know, almost every year there's always a rookie that comes to any series, and Andrew's a great example of a decent guy coming in with the right attitude. And you almost have more words. He's a great example of somebody comes in with the right attitude, puts his hand out there, introduces himself to everybody, and it's hard not to want to help him. And then I gotta go chase the guy down after I do something with a setup. Whatever. In future seasons, it's always best if we can step forward, put a hand out for a new racer, try to help him out a little bit before we make a quick judgment about him, because you never know. He can turn out to be a good guy and you're going to chase him around. Good job, man. This next award goes to a guy that did well his first partial season in 2011, driving a sprint car for the first time. He made a strong commitment to running the full 2012 season of the Oregon Double Shot Series. And he would see the checkers before many of us on more than one occasion this season. 2012 ODSS Most Improved Driver, Josh Horner.
copies. Hopefully see all this and see all this. Really appreciate it. Thanks a lot.
This next award, Sportsman of the Year. This sportsman always found a way to find a smile for us, lend a hand, share a part, enjoy the company and support of other club members, and always showed up proud and ready to race. The 2012 ODSS Sportsman of the Year is not here tonight. He's in Mexico, I believe, and we'll be looking for that. It's Ted Elfie. What did I say? Tell. Where did I say it was that? Right, he should be Tom is back here singing Old Mexico. You're the young right, buddy? We believe this next award belongs to an individual who is always prepared to go racing, someone who believes that preparation and pride in their car is paramount, who always keeps his car in true appearance and professional manner. The 2012 ODSS Crew Chief of the Year is Gary Lynch. Gary, if you can get Josh to the front, you deserve that.
So happy to see Steve doing that.
Most of the time, I
No, it is. And I'm like, Jared, the puppy.
very tired.
I know. When you get the puppy.
Now we'll move on to the Championship Series finale trophies and awards. Yeah, these are all for the 2012 ODSS Wing Division. This will go from the 12th to the 1st. These are for all the members. The first car is finished 12th overall, car number 27 from Weedman Racing in Morrow, Guy Weedman. The 11th place finisher from Taylor Street Racing out of Gresham, Oregon. I'd like to give some thanks to a couple important people in his life, Mom and Dad, Tommy and Wayne, Darren Roth. Our 10th place finisher, car number 21, is not here tonight. Car number 21 out of Yakima, Washington, John Keller. The 9th place finisher out of Salem, Oregon, down to Albany Racing, Tim Albany. finisher, car number 30, out of the Weedman Racing Ranch, which is now renamed instead of Weedman Racing, it's the Weedman Racing Ranch. It's turned into a whole ranch. If you work for the ranch and you don't drive a sprint car, and you're Weedman. The sixth place finisher, 2012 ODSS Banquet, car number 7, out of Rogan, Oregon, Gary Lynch.
Really fun, I really appreciate it. We didn't run enough to blow the cobwebs out of the seat, but we sure had a lot of fun happening and go to different places. It's a good group to go with and really ride with and meet a lot of these people and it's been great. Thank you very much.
The fifth place finisher for the season, the 07X car, who actually won a couple names right out of the gate. He's not here tonight, from over in Bend, Oregon, Ted Alfin. Fourth place finisher in car number 64 out of the Bend area, Ryan Arnold. A third place finisher, car number 29T, Marino Brothers Racing, loved and adored by Van Raven Industries, supported by Taylor Street Racing, our favorite, our one and only, Tommy Tequila Marino.
I know some people back there are having a little trouble hearing us up here, get closer, but that's good for the momentum, I think. Look out. I want to thank Scott and Debbie and all the Arnold's for being so gracious to us every time. I know sometimes we scare the hell out of getting on here.
I see her shaking her head, but we look forward so much to going to Madras and waking up that morning and looking out at all those mountains and saying, man, we had a good time last night. Don't drive her, we're only cars away one piece, so thank you guys very much. Gary Lynn, thank you, Sharon, for supporting our series, as small as we may be. No one has a better time than us on your list. So, you guys, you mean a lot to ODS, and it's people like you. Anyway, I know we're pressing time. Happy birthday to you. Mr. Weekman, congratulations, Ken. I hope the girl will be just like you one day, no doubt. Josh. You're the man, brother. I followed you most all year. For some reason, I was looking at the camera. Every time I had an opportunity.
It was pretty tame.
Well, hey.
Pretty tail.
No doubt. You guys, we're very lucky to do this. We're very lucky to go racing every weekend and do what we do. And have fun. Love it.
Heavy lifting, got your belt on? Second place finisher in the wing division for 2012 out of Redmond, Oregon. Sponsored by Lynch Performance Products. I'd like to give a big thanks to the sponsor and family there. I'd like to give a big thanks to Steve and Gary, the pit crew. And I would love to forget Kel. He's always by his side. Keeping him warm at night, not making him sleep on the couch for not forgetting to get that on. Got you covered, thank you. Your second place finisher, 55 car, Josh. Actually, Gary did a great job. I don't know if everybody can hear him, but my family's been around racing off and on quite a few years. Father raced for many, many, many years, and then parked his car about very shortly after I was born. And had the opportunity to get back into sprint car racing, let me drive about 10 years ago. And it's been a lot of work, a lot of time in preparation. Sometimes we pull each other's hair a little bit, arguing about what we're going to do or not going to do. But the goal has always been for us is to race where we want to race with the people we want to race with. And the goal has always been to race fair and clean, park the car, always give you your best shot, and that's all you can ask for. This series has been a great series to race with. It's taken me a while to do this, and it's only because like every season, it always comes down to the last race. Josh had no idea that I would pull this off. I had no idea I'd pull this off. Every season, this club always seems to have 3 or 4 guys that always rise to the top, and it's always a battle to the last race. It literally always comes down to the last race every season like this. So it's great that drives me to race better, stronger, and harder, to do it cleanly, without rude dogging guys, to put on a good show. I couldn't do this without Mom and Dad, right now from Mount Farm. Without a ton of support from my nephew Austin, who couldn't be here tonight. Austin's a big part of the team. I had a good friend of mine, Dave Fox, that helped me quite a few years. He's always there. Michelle, she helps me. She's butt up girl. She runs around. Everybody knows Michelle. And I most definitely couldn't be a part of this club as long as I've been a part of this club without guys like Tommy, Darren, Wayne Van Ring, Pat Canfield, Tim Alderman, Will Ryan, and Scott Arnold. Guy we need to run with him, and Andrew's been awesome this year. Josh has been a great guy to run with. I'm sure I'm missing some people that are here tonight. Ted Elking's always raised the bar. He's made me a better person, made me a better driver. I can't thank you guys enough. Thank you very much.
First of all, Gary Lynch got me kicked out of Springfield Speedway about 15 years ago. I gotta tell you that. This year, I have raced with Tony Parker for about 12 or 13 years. And I always knew he was a pretty good driver. Actually, I have a picture of his mom looking at me in the fence like, I'm gonna kill you, son of a gun. Because I spun Tony out one night, and his mom and dad were in the fence like, I'm gonna kill you. I have that picture in my mind, so my kids seen it too. But this year, I watched Tony go around the professor, and I have watched Gary Lynch race these sprint cars for many years, and I know what this man's capable of in his sprint car. It's many years since he's been in a sprint car. But this year I watched Tony Parker go around on the outside, Mr. Gary Lynch, and I said, Parker. Today you earned a spot on my wall of heroes. No doubt. So, hey, let's hear it for the champ.
Tony definitely did earn that. I went into that night thinking, well, this will be easy. It's not. And Gary says, well, it's really easy. I'm thinking, no. And, what? Did you check the tire pressure in the front tires? And I said, oh, they're fine. And the heat race didn't go so well. The car pushed. Guy Weedman, and Tony. Then I started hitting the steering wheel like that fix everything. But, after the heat race, when the rain took off, about the middle of the game, Tony really took off. Like, I was just kind of going, well, the car worked good. He did awesome. He flat won it. He won it. Good job, man.
It didn't hurt that Ryan pulled over to check the oil or something. That when you win that race. He was looking for change or something. I don't know what was going on there. And thanks everybody for the well wishes and thank yous. I appreciate that. It means a lot to me. This is for the 2012 ODSS wingless division. We had 14 competitors that registered with us this year. In 14th place from here in Portland, Oregon, he's not here tonight joining us, is the AJ car of Justin McConville. Justin had kind of a rough start to the season, popping the motor, first race out in Cottage Grove. He would then end upside down in another wing race, tearing some stuff up, and had a bit of bad luck in the Old Emma race. So I don't think he really the rest of the season. So. The 13th place finisher out of Bend, Oregon, the 07 car, Scott Arnold. The 12th place finisher in the wingless division out of Redmond, Oregon, Lynch Performance Products, Gary Lynch. The 11th place finisher in the 2012 ODSS Wingless Division out of Mill City, Oregon, Parker Racing Car, Parker Racing Stables, we'll call it Parker Racing Ranch. We have a little ranch. We're going to make it money out of it, but we have a little ranch. 15 cars on the car. Now we're into the trophies. The 10th place finisher, car number 64, out of Bend, Oregon, our own Flying Ryan Arnold. the 10th place finisher, the 12R car, Darren Robb from Taylor Street Racing out of Gresham, Oregon. The 8th place finisher this year, the 52 car out of Salem, Oregon, Alberton Racing, Tim Alberton.
Gave me a birthday present for my brother, and we got it done finally. Going all along the road racing for my birthday, and we on my birthday. So thank you to them. Thank you to Tiffany for supporting me. Thank you to Tommy for telling me to go to a race. Didn't think I was going to make it, but thanks for having me. Gary, you always help us out. Thank you. Appreciate it.
Seventh place finisher, the 07X car out of Bend, Oregon, Redmond area, Ted Elving. Sixth place finisher, car number 30, out of the Weedman Racing, yeah, you got to screw me up, the R's without a use. Weedman Racing Ranch, Andrew Reckman. Our Weedman Work of the Year, Wookie of the Year. The fifth place finisher, car number 3, the Van Raden Industries, our very own Wayne Van Raden.
trying. I wasn't here last year to thank everybody. Carrie Thomas was doing my stuff to me. I'm kidding. A lot of you don't know that I got a weird sense of humor. And I honestly am starting my 55th year. I know I don't look that old. You should see me when I try and get out of bed. But,
It takes them a while to get out of the race car, too.
that takes me a while. But once I get in there, look the hell out of the way. But, anyway, the real reason that I'm racing a sprint car is because of my wife. We were at Madras one weekend and I was running my midget. And I said, you know, honey, let's walk over and watch the sprint cars. And they pushed the sprint cars out on the track and they all lined up and they came around and she said, what the hell are you doing in the midget? You need to look empty. And it's actually because of this guy, I couldn't even be doing this. And Pat, these two guys here. It's been in 55 years of racing, 2 or 3 years of running a sprint car. I had the time of my life. It's absolutely a fabulous group. And in spite of running at all the different tracks, there's only one. It is the best. And it always has been. In all my years of world cars, that's the good stuff. Now I'm going to offer some constructive. Take it, please, as constructive criticism. As I said, 27 years of standing up here doing this I've not been in a position where I can be critical, but I want to offer this to try and make it better for the group. And it's coming from my heart, and I hope to take it this way. But for the group, I really, at these banquets, there's something that's very important that needs to be changed. I think it needs to be changed that instead of starting these things at 9 o'clock for an hour or half the hour, they need to start at 4 o'clock or 2 hours. Honestly, as I'm looking towards my retirement and my life is fully supporting me in this, one of these days I want to own a racetrack, and I'm hoping that you guys take this well. And you guys are the owners of the racetrack. I think something that would be really a benefit for people that own racetracks is to start the program. Instead of starting at 6 o'clock, starting at 5 o'clock, so that the program gets done earlier, so that we can party earlier. So we can get to bed earlier because we're over. Hey, this guy won a championship. Listen to this. This guy won a championship in 1959, the year I was born. Get us so
had me nervous. You really had me nervous. I turned the volume up a little bit. Are you guys, can you hear me back there now okay? A little bit better? All right. Anytime you get a chance to sit down with Wayne Van Raden and discuss a little bit about racing history, you want to talk about how many wheels and tires you come out on anything or legally go down the highway. If you ever get a chance to stop by and talk with Wayne, it's always worth the time. You know, there's something good always comes out of it. So now we'll move on. 4th place finisher this year, number 25 car out of Battleground. Brought to you by Van Raden Industries and Marino Brother Racing, our very own Pat Gansler.
By saying thanks to my wife Cassie. She drags the kids out to all these races and sits in the stands for hours and hours while we get to go play. So thank you for that. I want to thank my dad. He comes with me all the time and just to play with me and watch me go through crazy stuff on the racetrack. Wayne Van Raden, man, dude, without you, we wouldn't be doing this. Tommy Moreno, my man. You got me into this. Why? What did you do to me? My competitors, you guys, you know, racing with you guys, whether I'm in front of you or behind you or whatever, man, you guys make me a better rider. Guy and Andrew and Wayne and Tommy and Parker and everybody, you guys make this fun, and thank you guys very much. Appreciate it.
Third place finisher for the season, the 29 car, our very own Tommy Tequila Marino. Racing, supported love by Van Raden Industries. I don't know what else I can say.
We got one coming, but I'll make this quick. You know, I dragged my family. Yeah, really. One more time. Get ready to sing happy birthday here in just a minute. But esta son las mañanitas. No, I won't do it in Spanish. I could, but for me. My wife packs all my stuff, puts all my stuff in the trailer, really. And I drag her to the racetrack where she can sit in the trailer the whole night long. Not one time walk out to the racetrack unless Debbie's screaming the red flag. Then she walks out to the racetrack and says, "Oh Jesus, what's my husband done now?" But without my kids, and without my wife, and without Wayne, and Darren, and Pat, and all the friends that I look forward, this wouldn't be no fun for me. So, you know, love you guys, and you guys do so much for me. And I do want to say one thing before I quit. I won 3rd place in the wing, and I won 3rd place in the non-wing. I gotta tell you, there's one guy who has stuck by me the whole time, On the way home, he chews my ass and tells me everything I did wrong. Never once pats me on the back and says you did a good job. But I think because he does that to me, I do race a little better, a little smarter. And I owe a big debt of gratitude to my good friend, Otto Ball. Otto's been from camp to camp, and he has helped everybody. But I have to tell you, he gets madder than hell at me, and at times won't talk to me for 7, 8 days. Like, Jesus, Otto, your phone got broke. No, I just was mad at you. So, you know, hey, Otto, you did. It was a tough year for me. I have to tell you, I had a lot of things happen in my world, and the most important thing to me was getting my freaking trailer loaded so we could go to the racetrack. So, hey, we have fun. Love you guys. Congratulations to everybody, Andrew, Weedman, everybody.
We need to do a double-fisted winner, double-fisted trophy winner.
That's my house.
Tommy asked me when he came in tonight, he saw those trophies and says, man, those are big. Will these lids come off? What can I fit in them? Can I put a margarita in these? How do you top it? You just don't. Our second place finisher this year from Redding, Oregon. Likes to give a big thanks to Lift Performance Products, Steve and Gary's Pit Crew, favorite buddy in Hawaii, Kelly. Loves to wear pink because, you know, it's all about, we all love the movies. Car number 55, our one and only Josh Horner.
I also want to again, I'd like to thank Gary Lynch and Kelly this time for the we need to sit next to her at home. And Sharon Lynch for making sure that we all had food and water, and Gatorade, and everything else. All that good stuff. So, yeah, it was good. Again, this club is awesome. I know other clubs. Okay. Can you hear me, Tim? All right. Now they can hear me. Yeah, I really appreciate this club. It's a lot of fun. I came from motocross before cars, and the camaraderie there in motocross was we all hated each other, and we weren't pretending about that. You hated each other. So, in the car racing, we pretend to hate each other, but in reality, we all like each other. That's the best part of it. So, and the crowd doesn't know that we are all friends behind the scenes, so it's great. And the racing's good. I appreciate everybody. Thanks.
One to go. The one we've all been waiting for. The 2012 Oregon Double Shot Series Wingless Division Season Champ. First place finisher, car number 27. I screwed someone say Weedman Racing Ranch. Our very own Guy Weedman.
There's a good beer and you meet every one of you guys are just friendly.
Well, I was in front of it too. I knew that too. Because I was trying to get pictures. But it's just for the sound.
You can't hear me down there? Anyway, I'm not very good talking anyway, but I really enjoyed it. Appreciate everything and thanks for all the help everybody did.